I've always been into music, you know, ever since I was 12, 13 years old, buying vinyls, DJing at house parties. Any amount of money I got from DJing, I'd spend it right back buying CDs on vinyl. Radical Records would put out a lot of trance vinyls back in the day. Pretty much all my money went to that, and it's been a passion for a while. And I got into producing when I was about 18, 19 years old, and did that for about 2 years, kind of gave up, and then I got the itch again around 23, 24. So I mean, ever since then, been producing, and then I did a bootleg, and I sent that bootleg to Markus, and I got no reply, unfortunately. And so he had a show in Orange County in 2008. Went to the show. Gave him the same bootleg on a CD. He said, yeah, I heard it. And I was like, wow, really? So he liked it. And then he played it on the show the following week after on Global DJ broadcast. And then Timmy over here messaged me and said, hey, I heard your bootleg on the radio show. And are you interested in working on music together? Because we kind of have the same style. I said, sure. So we started collabing, and then the rest is history.
Right. I mean, for the first part, for me was, you know, it's probably around the same age, about 16. You know, I started just experimenting. And then around that time, I learned about Markus, because he was doing his radio show on Party 93.1 in Miami. And I was kind of, you know, an avid fan, trying to go into the chat room all the time. And then I started to, you know, go to his shows in Washington, D.C. And I met him at D.C. because during that time I was kind of like taking photos of him, and then I would send him the photos in his email, kind of, you know, having fun. And then finally I started getting more into the music, and, you know, then experimenting, producing, and then I started DJing, and then I had my residency at Fur for a year. And then, you know, I just, that's how I, you know, found out about Markus, you know, and then he told the story about the later half, and it's been amazing since.
So the City of Angels track is featured on Markus Schulz's new album, the LA 12 compilation album. Is this track influenced by the city in some substantial way?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, we come here, I've been here many times. I mean, for myself, he lives here. So, and it's just been an amazing city. And, you know, get a lot of inspiration here. I mean, I came here about 2 years ago with him, and we actually, you know, started foundations of many tracks, and, you know, this was kind
one
of
them, which was Invisible.
Yeah,
Invisible was started in LA in about 2 to 3 years ago. I think.
Yeah, 2 to 3 years ago, and then that was on Prague, you know. So, you know, it gets a lot of inspiration out here. You know, it's great.
So we had Invisible on Prague, so we thought, you know, why not do something for LA 12, and we get a lot of inspiration from the city. Tim loves LA. Yeah. You know, we always connect when we're out here, work on music. So we had an idea to hook up with our buddy Mike Elevation for the track, and
you know, he added his little flair to it, added our flair, and, you know, you get City of Angels, and you have, you know, the uplifting, you know, amazing progressive trance that's, you know, is rocking. We had Big Room in mind, where we made this track wanting it to be the defining track on the compilation, and hopefully it's taken that way by the fans and listeners of the CD.
That's great. So being part of the Coldharbour family, what was it like to work with Markus Schulz?
Always amazing. Yeah. I mean, knowing him for quite a long time, for many years now, I've been able to grasp onto the fact of his sound and what he wants to hear and what is needed for his sets. You know, we're building stuff for our sets, but we're also building it for his sets, because, you know, he has built us, and, you know, and it's like we want to adapt to both of us, both of our styles, and, you know, try to feed off each other. And it's great to have him in the studio, you know.
So how much nurturing did you get, you know, being part of the family?
I would say a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
Markus gives us a lot of feedback on our tracks, what we can change, structures, what works in the club, what doesn't work. So he guides us in that direction, and, you know, we're open to make changes to our track. And
absolutely. Yeah.
You guys started out your podcast pretty dope. Any plans on expanding that to other channels?
Yeah, we actually just launched the iTunes podcast version of it, and you know, it's on Mixcloud, it's on iTunes now. So
every Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's growing every day. It's
on the
doing
Progressive
good.
channel.
Yeah.
Are we expecting a new album to come out from you guys this year?
We don't know release date, but we are, and we have a couple vocal tracks already done.
You're gonna let her know about?
Yeah, we actually might be playing. We'll play our new vocal tomorrow night. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. So
we got a new one coming out on Coldharbour from the album. So
yeah,
we're gonna that'll
be technically our first vocal. So everyone's gonna get a little taste of that tomorrow.
Oh,
we're really excited about it.
So name 2 tracks that you think have affected you most in your life.
For me, I'd have to say Markus Schulz and Gabriel and Dresden featuring Departure Without You Near.
Yeah,
that track really struck a chord with me. It defined the sound I was after when I first started producing, and that's what helped me get into the Coldharbour sound. So hands down, Without You Near, our good friend Zubin and Kaz from LA sing on that track. Great vocal, just defines the Coldharbour sound. So I'd have to say that. You want to listen?
Yeah, no, I would say the Gabriel and Dresden was their remix of Southern Sun, Paul Oakenfold. I would say kind of got me into the mood of where I wanted to experience the electronic dance scene. So I would say that was kind of my growing period where I one of my favorite tracks of all time was probably Southern Sun.
So what do you think are the key elements to a good production and performance?
Arrangement. Yes. Arrangement is key. I mean, you can have the best track, melodic or melody wise, vocal, but arrangement, because you got to get the peaks, you got to get going down, get the energy going, the tension. It's all about arrangement.
Any other big plans or projects that you have brewing this year?
A lot of collabs in the works.
Always. I think our big thing is our album.
Yeah.
That we're trying to, get finished. And
I was actually out in Miami about 2 weeks ago. We were working on the album in the studio.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of ideas laid out, so hoping to finish a track or 2 in March for WMC, which we're actually playing at Coldharbour Night in Miami.
Right.
March.
Coldharbour Night, we'll be doing that as well as another show unannounced yet, but we'll reveal it when it's ready.
So when was the last time you guys masturbated?
Shoot. What do you want to answer that? I don't know. You got that. That's a fun question.
Yes, it is a fun question.
Markus Schulz had the best answer for that. Because
do you want to answer that question?
I don't know.
In the elevator on the way up to the room.
Yeah, in the elevator.
On the way to this interview.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Shoot.
It was a pleasure.
So everyone over here, you guys can't see that, but they're looking.
They're all looking.
Yeah, okay. Good.
Oh my gosh. You didn't see that coming, did you?
No. I knew there was a question, but...
Special request from Markus Schulz.
Yes. Special
Really?
request.
What was Marcus's answer?
Yeah.
I didn't ask him that question.
That's funny. He would set us up like that. Don't worry. We'll get him back. We'll get you back.